New call me king.
I guess we live, brother, man. Just the two of us.
Yeah. Kevin knew not to come. He knew cause I was about to get on him.
You about to get on him?
Yeah.
What you about to get on about?
About what we was talking about in the text thread. He
Okay.
said he can name 10 artists. He ain't never dropped no names. You ought to call him, depending on what he doing. I'm serious. You ought to call him. Because I was going to put him on blast.
The 10 artists is with,
I said-
forgot the conversation.
I said the main people I listen to is Chris Brown, Bruno Mars, and The Weeknd.
Yeah.
And he was like, I can name 10 artists better. He ain't never name dropped not one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to get on him. I need those names.
Yeah. He was tripping big time.
I need those names.
He was tripping big time. He was tripping big
I already
time.
know Drake gonna be on there. I know Drake gonna be in his list. I guarantee Drake is one of the people that's gonna be on his list.
But man.
I know it though.
I hate I hate to be that guy because I used to be a Drake fan earlier, not until like this kind of this pop star, mega star Drake. I don't really care for.
Yeah.
But it was just like what makes him outside of like the streaming numbers.
What makes him that?
What makes him that guy?
I don't know.
Because he used to hit like, and granted, I guess with all the kind of the antics recently, I'm kind of matter of fact, the last time I really listened to him, I didn't listen to the Scary Hours when he dropped that. I did listen to Her Loss. That was pretty good. I think the last actual album I listened to was Certified Lover Boy.
Mine was what was it? Take Care.
Take It. That was the last one.
That I enjoyed by him.
Really, man. What about Views? You really care about Views?
Yeah, I mean, I listened to it, but Take Care was that album for me.
Okay.
So, but do I listen to him like talking about? No, but I will go back and listen to that one album.
Okay.
So I just can't say I don't listen to him. But as far as the 3 artists I named,
Yeah.
I listen to them like they in heavy rotation.
I mean, matter of fact, let me add to my heavy rotation. At one time, it was Drake. Especially, I forgot what album when he had that. Show Me a Good Time. I forgot what album he had that on there.
Yeah.
That era, of course, I had. Oh, no, we talk about R&B, right?
We can talk about whatever.
Okay,
It don't matter.
but I think since you kind of was in the R&B, I'm gonna just stick with R&B.
But that's the thing; they do more than just R&B.
Right.
So that's why I said it doesn't matter.
Okay. I guess even though we established, I'm still try to stick to that genre. I'm gonna do Chris Brown. Matter of fact, back then Trey Songz used to be in my heavy rotation until all the allegations came out about him.
Yeah.
The Weeknd, Jeremiah used to be in my rotation. Okay, Chris, Jeremiah, The Weeknd, Tank. He was in my rotation.
He's still in mine.
The Dream used to be in my rotation.
Yeah.
He had some hits.
I like his early work.
Yeah.
Everything else after that, it was cool. I guess it was just something for people to listen to.
Right.
But I like Love versus Money.
Okay.
Like that's just what I like.
Okay.
So
dang. I want to make sure. I know that I'm missing. I know I'm missing a few.
Like that's just for my male. Like as far as females, I listen to Adele, Beyonce, and Rihanna. And every now and again, I throw like some Fantasia or Jill Scott in there.
Okay. I had just a dab of Jill. I had Jasmine Sullivan, Beyonce, Rihanna. There's one more that I'm missing. Oh shoot! I had a little bit of Brandy. Dang! I may be that may be it.
Like as far as Brandy go, she was in heavy rotation because when I was younger, that's my sister used to listen to that all the time.
Right.
My older sister.
Right.
So I know her music, and she do have some good songs.
Right.
Again, I like early work.
Yeah.
But of course, you got to mature as you get older.
Right.
But again, early work, That's just me.
And you know what? Oh man, I'm happy you. Matter of fact, welcome to the Call Me King podcast. I'm your host. He is how I is him. Call me King and let it be. I got my boy JD. Kevin is not here. He just called recently. He had some things to take care of. And we about to do him like he used to do you.
Yeah,
put up to the sky. Yeah.
I missed what? I missed 2 episodes. He thought I wasn't coming back.
Skirt. Yeah. We see you. Hey, look down on us. Exactly.
Yeah, he missed out on his conversation.
But hey, we gonna still crack his muffin. Or you gonna still crack his muffin?
Doggone right.
The next episode.
Yeah.
The next episode.
I got to.
But let me get back into this. So with dang, I lost track. We was talking about female artists, and I want to say, matter of fact, I actually remember. Are we allowed to have a mature musical taste now?
Why not?
Because like, dog, I remember that, with like we have talked about in the last podcast, how there's a certain artists that have came out recently that I don't really care for. Mm-hmm. But I had to look at it from a different standpoint, like, hey, okay, that they just not for me. Instead of really saying they're trash, even though I have listened to their music and tried it, to me it is trash. I'm not talking about, it's just the substance. Something can still be plain to me, but still hit right. Mm-hmm. And a few artists don't hit right, and I'm like, maybe I'm just too mature for it. So I always wonder, because the people who are mature musically, like, okay, that used to be my thing, but more of like a chill, you know what I'm saying, chill vibe.
Yeah.
Not saying like to me, it's not like a hookah spot type, vibe of music, but it's like when you could just sit there and just enjoy. So it's like when I really think about it, we don't really get a chance, or we're not allowed to have a mature musical taste, it seems like.
Like when I just want to chill or vibe out, I put on some Alicia Keys. I like listening to her.
Speaking of Alicia Keys, I remember another young lady that I wanted to add, Marsha Ambrosia, if I pronounce her name right. I think I chopped up her name pretty bad, but her.
I heard of her, but as far as music go, I really haven't listened to her.
I got back on her when she had a couple, I think either 1 or 2 songs with Jamie Foxx, and those were my college, just trying to figure out everything, trying to find love, trying to find, even possibly establish at least a little platonic relationship from time to time. Those were the songs that kind of like navigated me through the, let me just take it slow. You about to come over, we about to chill. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was the other one that I thought of and I forgot and I remembered again. But yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off. You go back.
Nah, you good. But yeah, like I said, like I'm just wanting to chill or vibe out.
Right.
Keys will be playing in the background.
Right.
Erykah Badu. I like LMA. I like her music. Who else, man? It's just a lot of, like, my playlist is just random.
Yeah.
Like when I just want to chill out.
Yeah.
But if I'm on the go or on the move, I have those 3 artists I named. But I'm starting to branch out. Mm-hmm. I'm listening to Tory Lanez a lot more. Dear Solace.
Are you gonna holler at Free Tory?
Free Tory?
Yeah.
Nah, man, I ain't gonna do it.
And you know what? He's part of the topic. He's part of that topic that I had.
Well, let's get on him.
Because there, of course, I heard snippets on X, because it ain't Twitter no more. I heard snippets on X of the song that he recorded from jail.
Yeah, it's called I got it right here because I listen to him it seemed like every week he's releasing.
Hey, that something gonna sound great.
Hey man, look, I don't know where it's called. Lost Tapes.
Hey, that something gonna sound. It's
and look, all of them are clear. Every last one of them are clear. Every week he released a new one. Every week. Yeah.
So with that being said, of course, all the trial stuff has came back up. Everybody that it brought back up an uproar, and everybody's talking about, I knew he wasn't guilty. Other parties like, he guilty. He shot, you know what I'm saying? He shot Meg, you know what I'm saying? So I thought that was a something too, because at first Matter of fact, I ain't gonna say at first because I don't. Unfortunately, I have to probably go back to the previous episode and see where my stance was. I want to say my stance is still the same. I still think that I don't think he shot her. You know what I'm saying?
It was some people in her camp that said he didn't.
Yeah.
It was some in her camp that said he did.
Yeah.
Was we there? No.
Right.
Let the evidence talk
Yeah.
for itself. That's how it's like, because people gonna be biased no matter what.
I think the crazy thing is, and of course, we ain't gonna stay on this long, but the crazy thing is the fact that here in the neighborhood that it was at, or around the area that it was at, you will expect camera footage out by now. I think that's the craziest part. Like, you would expect something to be leaked where it would prove a guilty, like an absolutely guilty verdict or absolute, you know what I'm saying, innocent verdict.
I'm like this, seeing the type of people that they are, seeing the status that they are. If you have to have a gun, you shouldn't be there unless your security has it.
Yeah.
Now that's one thing. If your security has it, cool. But if you're not there with security and you have a gun, you shouldn't be there in the first place. That's my mindset. I have too much to lose at this point.
Right.
And now look at the situation he's in.
Right.
So,
and that was the crazy, and the crazy thing about it is the fact that during that time he had what was it? What they call quarantine radio or something like that. Mm-hmm. So when it was on Instagram, when he was killing it, like, so it was a sad situation to see, like, how he just basically, I won't say fell off a cliff, but he fell off a cliff. Yeah. Because from the music that was released, he still tore it. He's still him. You know what I'm saying? But just, I guess the far as the being a free bird, you know what I'm saying? Where he could have been right now if that didn't happen, you could say he kind of just went a downward spiral. Yeah. So, but going into the next, man, outside of that, man, did you catch the Olympics?
I watched some of it when I could.
Really? What did you catch?
Basketball. I seen a few track. I seen gymnastics, things like that.
What was your like? What would you
rate it?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess,
like, who would you see in particular? Should I say?
Who was I watching?
Yeah.
I watched the men's track and field.
Okay.
I watched the women. Then I seen when they did the mixed race.
Yeah.
Of course, USA basketball. I seen everybody on
right.
So, I mean, just the people I was supposed to watch. Really, USA.
Yeah. So I watched it from basically from almost top to bottom. I recorded the stuff that I wanted to watch. Yeah. I was happy how Simone Biles handled herself in this Olympics. I was totally pleased, especially when I've been watching her documentary on Netflix. I don't like how she was criticized, because I learned that it was a thing called the twisties. I learned what that's about, and I don't know if you heard about it. The twisties. So twisties is like when she was doing a vault. She's in the air. Her mind wants to do one thing, but it's like her mind and her body will not communicate. So it's like she's just stuck. Like, okay, I'm trying to do this. Let's say this twist pike, and my mind is doing it, but my body ain't really doing what it need to do. So she said it's basically like how you in a car. I think it was how you in the car, and you're trying to drive, but you can't drive. And that was how she said it. So I liked how everything, how it went from you a quitter to all the haters that talked was silent. Oh man, I was looking for them. Oh, what I tried to remember everybody that was talking smack on the X when they had like the different tweets that people were saying. And I tried to find them. There was a guy that had his own radio show. Bill, I think it was Ben Mahler. Ben Mahler, I think. And I tried to tweet him, and it wouldn't let me tweet him.
Yeah, he probably got it where you can't tweet him.
Yeah, because I wanted his head.
I'm like this. If you post a video or make a post and something, be ready for the backlash, depending on what it is.
Right.
Don't cut the comments off and be like, I'm unbothered. You are bothered if you cut the comments off.
Right.
So
Right.
if you can make a video or make a post, allow people to comment.
Right. Matter of fact, there was a one young lady that was on the team with Simone, I want to say in Tokyo, Michaela Skinner.
Yeah, I seen that.
And that girl
I seen that. Yeah,
that girl said, I'm getting cooked. Yeah, you doggone right, you getting cooked.
They drug her through the mud.
And rightfully so, you know. But I was happy about that. I was happy that Suni Lee, she got her spot. I mean, she was able to perform for what she been through. I seen they did like a little special on her before she started, and she had I think she still have this type of disorder. I don't remember the scientific or the medicine name of it. And she was holding fluid, and from what they said, she gained like 45 pounds from just holding fluid. And I was just happy. Of course, I did enjoy to see Simone come back.
Yeah.
But for what Suni went through, I championed her even more. I did love Jordan Childs. To me, Jordan Childs was the hood one of the bunch.
Group.
Yeah, because after there was one picture she had where after she got her goals, she had a grill in. I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I enjoyed that. Like flaunt it. Of course, hey, be about it when you win. Like, hey, like this is it. And I feel like in order for us to represent, and I'm talking about people of color, in order for us to represent the United States have to understand our own culture. You can't just, you can't expect us to just kind of dim down our blackness when we represent y'all.
Ain't gonna happen.
Black is who we are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I enjoyed that. The young lady from Brazil, I forgot her name. She was phenomenal. From her to bounce back from, I think it was 3 ACLs surgeries. That was her. I did enjoy her comeback. That's hard to do. Yeah, that's definitely hard to do.
That's hard to do.
I do have some some critiquing.
Okay.
With my Olympic recap, I hated the 3-on-3, the 3v3 basketball. That was trash.
Embarrassment.
We should be ashamed of ourselves for having plumbers.
Bro, first off, if you was looking for a 3-on-3, you could have went to Ice Cube Big 3 League and got some 3-on-3 players.
Bro, yes. We had Jimmer Fredette. I forgot, dude. And the crazy thing about it, the men's team age was average, I want to say maybe 33, 34. Like China, all these other countries, from what I have seen, I didn't see all of it, but every now and then when I catch them, average age was like 25, 26.
Oh, man. Y'all got to do better. But you seen where he challenged. Ice Cube sent out a challenge to FIBA.
Really? What was the challenge?
He was like, get the people that won gold medal.
Yeah.
I get some guys from the Big 3 and we can have a tournament. But they was talking about, well, we need 3 weeks notice. He said I gave them 10-day notice. They talking about they need 3 weeks. But the people that won the medal agreed to it. Because I forget how much money he said, if y'all win, y'all get this much money. And they agreed to it. But of course, they were like, no, we need 3 weeks notice. Come on, man. They don't want no competition. They don't want no competition.
Hey, it was either put up or shut up.
Man.
I didn't care for the breakdancing. That was horrible. Hey, they cooked that woman from Australia.
Why she up there?
They cooked her.
Why she up there?
They cooked her, dog.
Why she needed to be cooked? What were you doing? My nephew can dance better than that.
That was crazy.
What was she doing?
That was crazy.
LA not even gonna have breakdancing because of that. For real, they took it out.
I want to know who's responsible for adding breakdancing. Like, when is there a cap off of what to add and what not? Because that was ridiculous. I'm not even a fan of badminton, but badminton was more entertaining. I mean, table tennis was way more entertaining than breakdancing.
I don't know where they have his people at. If you want to find some people that can dance, you got to go in these greedy neighborhoods, and you can find some people with some talent.
Right.
But they're not gonna do that.
Right.
Send me. I'll be a scout. I know where to go. You want golden breakdancing? Send me. I'll find you some people.
Right. That was. Of course, I don't think she'll feel ashamed of herself.
No.
But I think as a country, there should be some type of, man, we set this woman up.
No, she set herself up for accepting that. She knew she couldn't dance. She knew she couldn't dance. She scored a 0. They didn't even score. That's how terrible it was. They didn't even give her a 1. She got a 0.
Hold on.
I'm serious.
You see the score?
She got a 0.
Dog, how you get a 0?
Now, again, not even a 1, a 0.
Nah, that's crazy. That's sick, bro.
Shouldn't even have showed up.
That is sick.
That's just like you getting a test and you not writing your name at the top. That's exactly what she did.
You failed, but you at least could have got 1 point for writing your name.
Exactly. She got a 0.
You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
How did y'all have to write your name in school?
Cursive.
Really? Mm-hmm. There was one time in school, we gonna get back to it. There was one time in school in my world geography class, I had Mr. Fletcher. We had this piece of paper. We had to fold it in half. After we took the test, we had to write the name. I mean, not the name, our name, the subject, the date, and the hour. Like, this is second hour word geography, third hour word geography. And it'll be like 5 points off that if you didn't do that right.
Well, they pretty much had a section for us. They had the name, date. Mm-hmm. A lot of my teachers already had the date on there.
Right.
They already had the hour, what subject. All you had to do was put your name.
Oh, okay.
You got 10 points for that. We had some people didn't even put their name. She was like, some of y'all didn't even put your name. That's the easiest part of the test. She said, y'all don't know y'all name? I forgot. Yeah, because you was talking.
Right.
She said, how you get a negative in my class? I said, what? She said, yeah, you got a negative. She didn't care about putting you on blast if you ain't listen. She ain't care.
That's crazy.
Dude had a negative, and he upset.
The nerve. The nerve.
She said a negative. You ain't doing no type of work.
Hey, hold on, let me get back. Speaking of negative, they told Noah Lyles up when he got that bronze.
Yeah.
Granted, before the Olympics, I love Noah Lyles because I do understand where he was coming from. Of course, there were some things that he did a little bit too much of arrogant talking where he ain't proved enough yet.
He hasn't.
But I do understand him trying to grab and grasp the spotlight to get tracking. Because still, to me, track and field is still one of the, I ain't going to say the most, excuse me, one of the disrespected sports around.
I'm going to say it's disrespected because it's not around like basketball, football, things like that. You only really hear about it when the Olympics come around.
Right.
But they still have events. They just not really televised.
And that's what I don't like. Because there's a lot of people that, even myself, that are huge fans of track and field. And it's like, I do think that there need to be a type of, you got, and may not, and of course it may not happen because of revenue. They may not get enough profit back to even start that. But I think they should have like a track and field pass, like they do like NBA pass, NFL red zone. They should have something to do with track because I should be able to catch every track. You know what I'm saying? Every track of it. Yeah. Every track of it. But going back, I didn't like the fact that he came, and I get it. In the 200 finals, he came out energetic. You know what I'm saying? Jumping and hollering and screaming. I get that, and maybe that was just to like, of course, still have to be himself through the COVID. Now, I don't like the fact that after he got third, he was diagnosed with COVID.
Well, first off, they say he was diagnosed 2 days prior. He shouldn't even been on that field.
Shouldn't even been there.
Because he could have ruined everything.
Ruined everything.
What you trying to do?
What I looked at it like, you know you're not healthy.
Yeah.
In your mind, you already second guessing about winning. Cause you got COVID, and from what we seen between the 100, the last 100 and the last 50 meters, that's when you see Noah. Mm-hmm. He gets in that next gear,
and he didn't.
He was gassed. So why would you risk that? And granted, I can understand, but what makes it bad, this was a lose-lose for him. Because granted, you have the very few that still gave him his props because it's like, dog, he still got bronze even though he had COVID. But then it's like, all right, remember that world champion comment that you had? You know what I'm saying? Okay, you won 100. Even though people think that the Kashawn Thompson won from Jamaica.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's a simple fact about, dog, you came in here just talking. Now you ended out in a wheelchair. You want people to find sympathy for you when you was, you know what I'm saying?
I don't have sympathy.
So this is the situation, and the crazy thing about it, this is where, in this time, I missed the greats. Your Michael Johnson, your Maurice Green. He of course he was a show off person, but he was that guy too. Your Shafa Powell's. Of course, you Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
Because Usain Bolt, even though he did what he did, he still showed humility with it. And regardless of what he did, celebrated before the finish line or after, he was beating him by 10 meters or more, depending on the event.
This dude bragging like he done left him in the gap.
He acted like he's really smoking the competition.
Y'all both had the same time. It was just a point second after the fact.
And the crazy thing about it, from what I've seen, the reason why he won is because they counted where the torso was at.
Yeah.
Because I want to say if it was going down by just any body part, Kashawn would have won.
Yeah.
So it was like, bro, you barely, like, you're not Usain. And the fact that you're acting like you're smoking competition left and right, and you're not. And what makes it bad is you got your own fellow American runners that can't stand you because of your attitude.
Yeah, he's arrogant.
And I'm like, hopefully this was a humbling experience.
It wasn't. It was not. I'm telling you, somebody like him won't learn till it's all said and done, and he's sitting back when he can't run anymore and be like, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah. On the bright side, I did enjoy Sha'Carri's performance.
Mm-hmm. She did what she was supposed to do.
I did. Now I do wish she would have made it in the 200. In the 200. I think.
Didn't she back out of that?
I want to say I think she either backed out or she did not qualify in Olympic trials.
Okay.
I want to say she didn't qualify. All right. I was pleased with her performance. I knew in the semifinals, I knew it was gonna be a little. That young lady from St. Lucia's going really. We gonna really see, because even because I was just comparing times, and for what Sha'Carri ran in semifinals compared to what I think young lady from St. Lucia, the distance from their competition within that time, I was like, oh, this is going to be a different race. This is going to be a different race.
Right.
So I came in, I called my dad, like, Dad, I said, hey, I don't know. You know, my dad like, oh, Sha'Carri got it, you know. And I was like, he persuaded me to think that, yeah, Dad, you right. Sha'Carri got it.
Bro, you can't like them Jamaicans, man.
Bro, and you hold on. Before we get into Jamaicans, I was mad about how Shelly Ann was treated. At one particular time, see, they from for what I read, at that time they was not staying in the athletic village. Mm-hmm. So instead of riding with the athletic team or whatever, going into the stadium, they came by themselves with their own team, with their own personnel. So apparently, I know, for example, Sha'Carri had to walk an hour to get to the practice track or the warm-up track to get ready. I don't remember Shelly Ann making it there on time, or I think when she made it there, it was like, no, I can't. I'm getting out because I'm not ready. And I do understand because a woman at her age is required more.
Yeah.
So, and I was thinking, of course, I'm it's a what if, because I don't want to discredit the young lady from St. Lucia because she did that. But it was just like the what if they had the prior time to get ready. You know what I'm saying? The proper time to get ready for that race. What would the outcome would have been?
Never know.
Because I do think that, I think the young lady from St. Lucia still would have got first. Shakira would have got second. I think Shelly Ann would have got third. I think she would have held her own within that.
Yeah.
So if I hope I'm not butchering her name right. The other Jamaican, Chandrika Jackson, she scratched out of the 200. She was, because I remember she scratched out of the 100. She could focus on the 200, but then she scratched out of the 200. I'm like, yo, what the heck is going on?
Yeah.
Because after that, far as the superstar Jamaican runners on the female side, Elaine Thompson didn't make it. She didn't make it. From the trials, I think she didn't even, or did she run in her Jamaican trials? I don't remember. I don't remember if she actually run or if she made it, but she didn't make it. Then you got Chandrika that scratched out, and then Shelly Ann, this was her last Olympics. Right. You know what I'm saying? So she scratched out, and I'm like, bro, this is not fair.
Yeah, man, you was having a lot of people back out. I was like, that's unheard of.
Right. So, Shelly Ann backing out, that's when I was like, no, something ain't right.
Right. Like, it's surprising.
Something ain't right. And added on to that, I was totally pleased. And you know what? Hold on. Let me go back to this. I kind of think that Shakira wasn't ready, and this is just my theory going. I think she would have backed out, but the situation that happened to her last Olympics that didn't allow her to qualify, I'm thinking that she was like, since I missed the last one, I'ma still compete because, hey, I'm finally here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still proud of her performance. She was a true champion to be like, dog, I'm here. It was an honor and a pleasure. But I like how she rebranded herself. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, you can sense a little change in her. She wasn't like what she was when she first started running. Because I mean, when she came out of college from LSU, she was a dog. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it humbled her. Now she was still. Never mind. I can't say. I ain't trying to discredit her. I was gonna say she was still that lady, but there was one time when she raised all of Jamaicans at once. Yeah, and it was yeah. So
it takes that. It takes that because, like you said, you coming out of college, you thinking you the stuff, but you ain't raced another country yet. Yeah. So calm down. Yeah. Which she did after that. Yeah. And it takes that.
Yeah. So I was proud with that. I was proud with the women 4x1. I do think as a track and field fan, Olympics committee. I know y'all don't listen to this podcast, but I know we have global worldwide listeners. So can y'all, if y'all related to somebody that's in this committee, let them listen to this. We need a 4x200 meter relay. Facts. I don't care for the mixed relay. It's cool to see. Give me a 4x2.
I take it.
Give me a 4x2. Yep. Get rid of the mixed relay. Give me a 4x2. I want a 4x2. Give me that.
I like to see it.
I would love to see it. Because I think it's not fair to have a 100, you have a 4x1. You have a 400, you have a 4x4. Mm-hmm. You have a 200, but you don't have a 4x2. That don't make sense. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I know the Tokyo mixed relays, it wasn't organized properly. They had some women going against men in certain legs of the 4x4.
That's true.
Did they do that this year or they actually fixed it?
I think they fixed it.
Bravo.
I'm not mistaken, they fixed it.
Bravo.
That wasn't
fair.
Man, that wasn't fair. You know what you was doing.
That wasn't fair.
You know what you was doing.
Why would you even set that woman up for that?
And yeah, she running her heart out. That man barely running and she getting left.
Yeah. Or she may have a lead and he came and passed her. It could go either or. But I think that she was, unfortunately, she was left in the dust. And that wasn't fair, man.
Nah. Don't have her at anchor. and have another man at anchor.
No.
Stop it.
Because she gonna see an anchor. Respectfully.
Yeah.
Respectfully. Since we're on the 4x4, I want to give a shout out to the 16-year-old Quincy Wilson.
Oh yeah, man, he did win.
He did that.
He
did that. Now, I want to say this. I do applaud his the courage that he shared in his first time. I know being in the Olympics at 16, you're the youngest one for his track and field, I believe. Competing in the Olympics. I know it was. I know he had to been a nervous wreck, but I don't like the fact how they threw him out there to the wolves because he ran first leg, I believe, and in the first leg of the 4x1, they was in 7th place. The next 3 legs had to work their butt off to get them back to the qualifying, basically the qualifying place. But I think it was either third. I think it was 3rd.
Yeah.
Had to fight back to get it back in 3rd. But I applaud. I think they should have did a better job. Now, granted, I think Quincy Hall was supposed to do it, but Quincy Hall was still running the 400 meter. I just think that the alternates, the rotation should have been better. I would love to have them just to come with us as the experience, but I just think for to qualify for the next round, I think it was tough to ask for him to do. Yeah. Granted, I'm happy that they got it over with, had him in the first leg, but it's just the fact that y'all was risk. It was a high risk.
It was a risky move.
It was a high risk,
big reward,
high risk,
and that's what they looked at it.
I was proud. I was proud of the 4x4 men. They did good. They got gold. They did good. This is about to be an up and down emotional roller coaster because I was disappointed in the men's 4x1. Disappointed. I don't know if you've seen it. Their handoff was horrible. The exchange from first leg to second leg. I don't know. You heard me take that big old gasp for air. I said, I don't know why they rotated Kung Fu Kenny in the lineup. They should have left him out.
Right.
They should have left what they had. Cause them summer guns, they obliterated the scene.
I'm like this. If it ain't broke, don't fix
it. Exactly.
Use what's been working.
Cause Kenny, I don't know if you've seen it. Kenny took off too early in the exchange. So he had to dang near stop to get the baton, but it was too late because they got DQ because they outside the exchange zone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is the 5th Olympic straight when we dropped the ball in the 4x1.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's getting ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous.
I don't get it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But they don't listen to us.
You doggone right. I think that was after that I was done. I enjoyed the 400 hurdles by Sydney McLaughlin.
Seen that. I seen the highlights of that. I didn't actually see it. I seen the highlights.
Oh my God. That young lady from the Netherlands, it was supposed to be like a rivalry thing. She smoked her boots.
I seen that.
Shout out to Bowl. I think it was Bowl. I want to say that's how her name was, the last name, or it was just her last name was Bowl. I still want to you a heck of a runner. But Sydney is different. Now, granted, they said that she ran the 4x4, but I think the 4x4, I want to say I think it was a mixed 4x4 she ran. And I want to say that was 2 days prior to that.
So what they got to do with today?
I could be wrong.
What they got to do with today?
Hey, fact check me in the comments. When y'all see this on YouTube, fact check me in the comments. But it was supposed to be 2 days. So I now granted, I ain't been in the Olympics. I never ran the Olympics. So it could be a different, you know what I'm saying, for his recovery. But I don't think that I can't count that as an excuse. You had 2 days to prepare. You had 2 days to rest up. Granted, unless she had something else between that,
yeah,
you had 2 days to rest up. But if anybody that watches this podcast, I'm gonna start this again. If anybody related to Sydney McLaughlin, I'm not going to chop up your last name, your married last name, because I don't know how to pronounce it. I need you in the open 400. I'm looking in the camera. I need you in the open 4. You is a dog. Running hurdles. You broke your world record about 6 times, I believe. I need you in that open forum. I need you in that open forum. I need you. I think I want to say that possibly wraps it up. There was one thing I had to talk about real quick for the track and field. The prelims, the 100 meters. They had like the smaller countries. I do think that these countries that had their citizens or even their athletes, I'm going to say citizens. The reason why I'm going to say citizens because I don't think that the countries they represented, they didn't give them enough resources to come out there. And I hate to say it, it was called prelims for a reason. They're running for their spot in round 1, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That was like, I'm not going to shout these. I'm not going to do these to these countries because these are listeners too. So I don't want to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love y'all deeply. All the Middle Eastern countries, the Europeans, y'all that listen to us. I love y'all. I love y'all. But y'all can't do this, bro. Y'all cannot set y'all athletes up like this. That was embarrassing. You gotta give them resources, man. I don't care if you gotta send them to another country to train, because some of these other countries, they do come to Americas and train. They do come to our colleges to get better. Mm-hmm. If it's not in their country, they'll outsource resource. So they could have did better. Granted, they may still got blown out, but there was no form. That was the main problem. There was no form in their run. Something
looked like they didn't even practice. They just showed up.
That's nasty work for to have somebody represent your country and you set them up like that. I don't care if y'all don't have any athletic bone in y'all body where y'all from. But do better with providing resources for your citizens on this type of platform of showcasing your athletic ability.
Because all eyes are on you.
All eyes. Now, granted, privately, I'm clowning. But it's like...
Yeah, man, like, if I'm in another country and I see that, I'm thinking to myself, why?
Exactly.
Why am I even here if you're not going to bring your best?
Right.
This is an embarrassment.
Right. And I just... There is no way. Now, granted, the fellow citizens in that country can, when they come back, oh man, we're proud of you. But there's no way I'm going to blame their government. I'm going to just throw it out there. I'm going to just blame their government. There's no way their government officials should allow them to set their people up like that.
They got set up this year.
Now, to be honest with you, it kind of displays of how they treat their citizens in their country. Possibly. This could be a possible exercise on how they treat their fellow citizens in their country. So this could be kind of like a exposure of like, no, they down bad over there. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But other than that, I was certainly pleased with the Olympics. But I got a question, and hopefully this would end. No, I got 2 more questions. Would you consider Snoop Dogg being a global icon?
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm not, and I wasn't asking that to disagree or start up an argument. I felt like, because I remember I used to mess with Kevin. I remember I used to mess with Kevin about, we used to have this old, this argument between Pitbull and Bad Bunny. I was on the Bad Bunny side that he was going to be the new Mr. Worldwide, passing Pitbull. Mm. But allegedly, Snoop Dogg, and I hate to pocket watch him on this one, allegedly $500,000 a day.
Yeah.
Going home with possibly $8 million for the Olympics.
To be in front of the camera and commentate.
And bro, this is the crazy thing about it. As a black man, he was able to still go over there and be himself.
If he can't be himself, he ain't gonna do it.
But that should be a message to us.
That you don't have to change for money.
You really don't. You really don't have to do all that for money.
Because he did the Olympics last time.
With Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
But it was more of a highlight. It was more of like a recap of what happened.
Yeah.
Him and Kevin Hart made the jokes. Now he was the guy. You know what I'm saying?
Him and Flavor Flav was over there together doing their thing.
And I appreciate Flavor Flav for what he did. He sponsored, what was it? And correct me if you go ahead if you know it. Was it a water polo?
He sponsored something.
It had to do with water.
Yeah, it was a water sport.
Yeah, and he sponsored him and make sure, because I think they wasn't able to, couldn't really afford it because they still had rent and stuff to pay for.
Yeah.
And he took care of that. And man, shout out to Flavor Flav.
Yeah, because that bronze medal that they trying to take from old girl.
What, Jordan Childs?
I think that's her name.
From gymnastics?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He ended up making her a bronze clock and gave it to her.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fire.
He went on post and was like, don't worry, I got you. I'm going to make you something. And he posted it on his Instagram. It was a bronze diamond clock.
Get out of here.
That he gave to her.
That is fire.
So that was his gift from.
That is fire. Oh, okay. So, so did you watch the closing ceremony or the ending? Or okay. So, part of the closing ceremony, and I'm gonna wrap this up. I seen bits and pieces. I didn't see the whole thing. They did give the flag to the mayor of Los Angeles.
Yeah. Didn't Tom Cruise
ascended down?
Yeah. I seen bits and
descended,
pieces, but
descended.
as far as me actually watching it, no.
He descended down off I guess it was like a Mission Impossible stunt.
Yeah.
Grab the flag, puts it on the motorcycle, takes off. He's supposed to have jumped out of the plane eventually and landed in Los Angeles and they started passing out the flag and they end up being on, I want to say Venice Beach in Cali. Hopefully I'm right. Where Red Hot Chili Peppers performed, Snoop Dogg performed with Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it being in LA? Even though, you know, we in Louisiana, we're in a different LA.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about it from a?
It's good. I mean, time will tell as the years progress how it's gonna be. I mean, they got 4 years to make it something.
Hey, but check this out. Imagine if the Olympics was this year after the Kendrick and Drake beef.
Yeah.
That would have been electrifying.
Pretty sure they would have had Kendrick Lamar on there somewhere.
Bro, they probably would have played like Euphoria or something as like the commercial break song.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, man, overall, I want to say I was definitely pleased. We ended out with, I think, the most medals.
Yeah.
I don't know about gold.
China got the most gold, I think, but we got the most.
Hey, them are some synchronized and swimming son of a guns, boy.
Yeah.
God, dog.
When it comes to other sports like table tennis, badminton, yeah, that's them.
Fam.
That is
bro,
them.
that is ridiculous.
Man, listen.
Bro, that is ridiculous.
That's all I can say is listen.
Bro, ain't no way. But I felt like I didn't talk about it too much. So did you get, speaking of when I brought up the Drake and the Kendrick beef? I remember we talked about it in our pod text. Did you what did you think about the unreleased music?
He could have kept it. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Why you feel like that?
He could have kept it. I guess just because, like I said earlier, I like his old stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm kind of being biased, and
Yeah.
I didn't give it a chance.
Right.
As of right now, he could have kept it. Maybe I'll go back and listen to it and have a different opinion. But as of right now, he could have kept it on the shelf.
Okay.
That's just me.
I really don't remember the titles of certain ones, but there was some I was like, oh, this is a vibey song, a little chill song. But I didn't really get too depth into the music of it. Like I was just like, to me, from what I looked at, it was just when I generally looked at it, I didn't like without scrolling. I was like, this is just too much.
Like
I'm not about to go through all this.
I think he just did it just to have something out there. People could take their mind off of the beef between him and Kendrick.
Yeah.
Heck, he was beefing with Rick Ross when he and Kendrick was beefing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, he just trying to detour.
Which was stupid, but because I mean, like we said, and we're I mean, just why waste your time with Rick Ross?
What do you gain?
There's nothing to gain. But if you lost, it would have been, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, which I mean, the track that Ross came out with, okay, he made some points, but it was stuff we already knew.
I mean, bro, all you had, and this is, I don't know nothing about Deep Inside the rap secrets or whatever, but all he had to do was just get his baby mama on Rick Ross.
Man,
she been on the tear.
Man,
she been on the tear. But that was basically it, and just going on with the rapidy rap stuff lately. I know on my algorithm as far as on X, I've been seeing the catching the predators with the rappers.
Oh yeah,
bro, I'm done. Like
I was on TikTok and I seen one. I said that dude look familiar, and they said his name. I said, what he doing on there with them,
bro? When I seen when I seen they had Akon singing "Locked Up,"
bro. Bro, I can't lie, man. I can't lie. I mean, that's some good marketing. That's some good marketing. But how do you make that phone call? Hey, Akon, we do catch the predators. We would like for you to sing "Lock Up" when we get this dude in handcuffs. Like, how do you think that conversation went? Email, phone call, text message, like, and he did it too.
I want to know what was the reason. Like, was it for streaming? You know what I'm saying? Like, was it to kind of get himself back on the stream? And even though he may not be doing no more music, but was it like to get his records back rotating? You know what I'm saying?
Whatever it was, it got it rotating.
I'm tired of seeing him on my timeline, man.
See, me, I be changing mine all the time. Like, if I keep seeing similar videos, I go in the search bar, put in like, I don't know, basketball, and just watch 1,000 basketball videos till all that goes away.
Then I see one with Lil Pump.
What the heck is that?
Was the dude that did the Gucci Gang?
Him?
Yeah.
Boy, stop it.
I seen one, dog, and let me tell you how atrocious this was. It was so horrendous that he got confused on who the predator was, and he spit on the cameraman thinking he was the predator.
Well, first off, if you spit on me, we fight no matter
we
what.
fight.
That's just totally disrespectful.
Like, bro,
spit go on the ground.
Yeah.
So for you to do that to me, oh, okay. Let me go into my shirt real quick.
I don't even think I could spit on a predator. I'll probably do some damage for like beating them up.
Yeah.
Like hurt them, but to me, just spitting on somebody is just.
I had somebody at work, they was joking.
It was wild.
They said, "Yo, I'm gonna spit on you." I said, "Cody, better talk to him." And he said, "You don't want him to go to his Bronco. Better talk to him." Because I looked at him, you better talk to him. I don't know why he said that, but Coach, you don't want him to go to his Bronco.
The fact that he thought of the courage to kind of joke with you, like, bro, I'll spit on you.
Yeah, it'll be your last.
That is mad. Crazy.
I'll be calling Ryan and Pops. Hey, they got me in jail up here.
Yeah. What was the reason? Just know it's justified.
It was.
I
would have told Pops to him like, what he learned? He ain't gonna spit on nobody else.
He probably won't spit no more. Allegedly. Allegedly. But no, man. I just thought that was corny. Matter of fact, seeing Chris Hansen do the catch the predator stuff is pretty cool.
Yeah,
but just seeing the streamers do all this stuff,
like,
dog.
Leave it to Chris. he does it professionally. He ain't putting his hands on them. The police there, let them do what they got to do. Let Chris continue to do it.
Because then we get into the question about, are they really predators?
Or are they just doing it for views?
Yeah.
Now, I seen one dude, he actually had text messages, when he did his.
Yeah.
And he would actually call their phone number. Because they be like, well, that ain't me. Well, let me call this number. And they phone will ring. He be like, come on, bro. But he wouldn't put his hands on him, and he'd have a police there with him. But these other dudes, they just getting out of hand with it.
I just thought it was weird, bro. And I'm like, and the reason why, and I'm pretty sure you're going to have people say, man, come on, like, why would somebody jeopardize their character to act like a predator? You got people that do whatever for a come up. And I just thought it was like, how many of these are really accurate? You know what I'm saying? Outside of the one, because I believe I seen that same one too. But I was like, outside of that one, how many of these are accurate, alleged predators?
And not an actor.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not doing that. Definitely not for no money.
And streaming. Since we still on streaming. I was bored at work. I've seen a stream, because I follow this one guy on Kick. He be doing Modern Warfare 3 videos. I mean, he pretty entertaining. It's pretty cool. Freaking, he's good at what he do. And I seen on the like kind of the homepage of like who, I guess the famous people who are like the one that got a lot of views and all that, how they advertise them on the front or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Aiden Ross had Donald Trump in his streaming. And I just, it was disgusting, bro. Like, I don't know what his ethnicity is. I don't know if he's mixed with anything. I don't know what he is. But it was just a spit in the face of hip hop when who was it? When Donald Trump walked in on Many Men. 50 Cent.
50 started that though. You follow him on Instagram?
Yeah, but I'm like, but I expected from 50.
He started that though. 50 started that though.
I expected from 50.
He started.
But I guess what ticks me off is the fact that I consider Aiden Ross a culture vulture. That's probably why.
I don't watch his streams. I know who he is, and I see him on TikTok all the time. I in a way I see that. I can see that just from the clips.
Yeah.
That I look at.
Right.
Like, don't come over here. Want what we have, but don't want to deal with none of the issues and try to. Well, I don't want none of that. Well, that comes with it. Don't backpedal.
And then buying Donald Trump a Cybertruck with his assassination attempt photo decal on the side is crazy work.
He did that?
Yeah.
That's where I work, boy.
It's the one, the famous photo when he had his fist up with the fight. That's crazy.
On the Cybertruck?
On the side of the Cybertruck, bro. And then with the streaming stuff, I didn't really care, but it's like, I have to work on not being, I guess, offended so much. It's just stuff that bothers me so easily.
Like, I look at the person and be like, okay, I know why they doing it. They know why they doing it. Just keep on scrolling.
I think it's, but I want to say, I think it's because I still have hope for humanity.
And
overall,
that's
like, you know what I'm saying?
There's nothing wrong with that, but we gotta take people for who they really are.
And that's the poor judgment of me. I refuse to take people for who they are.
Because I mean, once you show me how you really are from the jump, oh, okay, cool. I know how to handle you now.
Right. I still haven't got to that point yet.
So, hey.
Now, are you familiar? Well, are you a little bit familiar with Casanat though?
I know he is.
I do appreciate him. Not entertaining the Kamala Harris streaming. He said that her team called him wanting to do a stream and he happily declined. He didn't want to get into the politics stuff.
Yeah, some stuff politics don't even need to be a part of.
Right.
He has a fan base already. He don't need all that. Leave that where it's at.
Right.
Now, if we had say this was a political podcast, okay, we would have somebody like that here. That's not what he's about.
Right.
So why would he make it that?
Right. Now I do agree that. Now I ain't gonna say I do agree because that was nothing to agree with or anything like that because you're all right. But it's like I do want him to be, even though if you don't have any interest, and I do understand, and this is just me understanding that I only seen the clip where he said that they tried to holler at him. He was like, no, he declined it. And I didn't see nothing before or after that. But so this is just going off, don't know nothing. But I do encourage him to still understand the politics. You know what I'm saying?
Like having knowledge that's always a plus. But let me do it on my own time. Right. And just don't come on my stream trying to get votes.
Yeah. Cause when that allegedly happened, now we knew what was going on. Yeah, we're one upping each other.
Yeah, like
one upping each other.
One thing that I'm glad he did, he's not trying to one up somebody. He does his own thing. Yeah, he's in his own lane. Nobody can say he copied somebody. Yeah, because he don't do that. So then him and Ninja had a beef with him. The game street. You see that?
Yeah, Ninja trying to play that, man.
You see that?
Like, kind of was like, if he didn't take a break, he would be.
Come on, man.
Like, why?
Like, stop it. He surpassed you on Twitch. Give the man his props.
Yeah.
He went on this whole Instagram, just went on a whole rant.
But to be honest with you, and we you know what, we're going to entertain the nerds on this one.
Go ahead.
I want to say Ninja was, when I first got introduced to who Ninja was, he was the top guy during the Fortnite era.
Yeah, like when Fortnite first came out, he was top 5, top 3. I know he was at the top. Yeah. He was in the single digits.
So my thing is too, was like, I don't know, bro. I think you would have kind of decreased a little bit because you don't have the exquisite commentary. Mm-hmm. You were just known for how of an elite gamer you were in Fortnite. Yeah. But commentary wise, Casanat is the guy. Like, so I don't know if you was able going to even give him a actual fight about, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, but now going back to the Casanat and Aiden Ross, how do you? And of course, you don't have to answer it if you don't want to. But are you planning on voting this election? Or
yeah, I'm gonna vote.
Have you? What do you think about? We ain't got to go too deep because I don't know a lot about it. I'm trying to even get surface level of the politics, but I just want to know what was your thoughts during these political conventions, because I know you've seen both sides, like, you know, the Hulk Hogan ripping the shirt, the Meg Thee Stallion twerking, the Amber Rose on, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to know your aspect, your opinion.
Being honest,
yeah,
I think we need a break from presidents and the government altogether. Man, come on, man. Let's just keep it a buck, and let's just say what it is.
Why is that?
It's been a joke, man, if you really look at it.
Right.
It's been a joke. You got Biden going at Trump. You got Trump going at Biden. Trump post stuff on social media. Biden, half the time, he ain't know where he was at when he's standing in front of the podium. Then you got Kamala Harris doing things, and you got let's just get a break. Because, I mean, it's like you vote for this person, you have to deal with the bull that come with it. You vote for this person, you got to deal with the bull that come with it. So no matter,
it's a crazy rodeo.
I mean, no matter who you vote for, they're gonna have baggage with them.
With bull riding or bull fighting,
man. It don't matter.
Hey, yo, that sounded kind of crazy.
And it don't matter. I mean,
That kind of crazy.
I mean, and then I say the government as a whole, because if the president have term limits, so should nobody be in office and they 89 years old?
That's a huge fact.
Bro, what do you know about me? You still thinking about stuff that happened 40 years ago.
Yeah,
it's a new era.
Yeah. You outlive Martin Luther King.
It was one dude who had 4 heart surgeries. Bruh, that's telling you something.
Telling you get the freak up out of there.
So, I mean, get some young people in there. Get some 30-year-olds in there that's 40-year-olds. Heck, but if you in your 70s, 80s, you don't need to be in there.
Yeah.
Sorry. You've been in there 40 years? All right, time to go. For real.
Like, oh, man. I never was a fan of the Hulk anyway.
No.
Like, I never... Since the alleged voicemail that came out, him being racist and all that, I wasn't even a fan before that. Probably, I didn't really care for him.
As far as being because I mean, for the ones that don't know, he's a wrestler. The Rock was my guy.
Yeah,
he still is.
Rock and Stone Cold for me.
So
I did care for the ripping of shirt. I do feel that Amber Rose was paid a nice bag.
Oh, they probably always paid to come up there.
But I think she had to pay. Cause I want to say, this is no facts. This is just an opinion, no fact. So if I get fact checked, that's fine. I can really identify that I'm possibly wrong, but here we go. It was just weird. Maybe she did transform, but as we people, we want to see what transpired in your transformation because she was all with the slut walk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if I remember correctly, the slut walk is totally opposite of what she's representing now. So I was like, did you leave that role behind? Or are you just picking it down because you getting a bag?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And things are different when you get a bag. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Your
depending
stance,
on what it is, too.
it can be a temporary stance or a permanent stance with the bag. So now, oh man, I was definitely disappointed with the Kamala rally and I think it was in Atlanta with Meg. That's not what we need right now, bro.
No, we definitely didn't need that.
That's not what we need.
You trying to paint a better picture as a whole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm gonna go ahead and this could be slightly triggering to black women because it's going to feel like that we are attacking black women because we're attacking Meg. It's not the fact that we're attacking Meg. It's the fact that I'm more in tune with hip hop and Meg than I am with Hulk Hogan and Amber Rose. Mm-hmm. I'm more in tune with that. For it to be what it is, how critical this thing is, I don't need twerking. Mm-mm. I need to hear policies. I need to hear how you're going to change things, how you're going to move things. As far as I haven't seen her policies yet.
Mm-mm. I haven't seen nothing she said that'll make me say, okay, that's who I'm voting for.
And I want to say, now granted, this is just me. How my mind is thinking right now. I want to say that I do kind of feel bad that she has to figure it out on her own. The reason why I say it, and correct me if I'm wrong, but this is just an opinion. But I'm open to definitely to open dialogue if you would insist. So when Barack ran, he had the charisma. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He had that uncle, it's gonna be all right, the down to earth uncle that was more in tune with his nieces and nephews. You know what I'm saying? I think when it position to, of course, Trump won the next one, but then I think Biden was able to get in there off the aura of from Obama. He was his right hand man. He was with him. So you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
But with the state that Biden is in, Kamala, I think she has to fill it out on her own.
I mean, she's gonna have to, because I mean, we've all seen Joe in some situations where it just seemed like he was clueless.
Yeah.
So what advice or knowledge could he possibly give her? Like what? Think like really just think about it.
Right.
What can he give her that she can use to sway voters to vote for her? I'd be lying if I said he can give her knowledge. Be lying. Because we seen live on TV him get up there and just freeze.
Yeah.
When trying to answer simple questions.
That Mitch McConnell. We thought Mitch McConnell was bad when that couple times when he froze up.
You seen that?
I seen that. I was like, dog, y'all got to get him out.
And this is why I said government should have term limits. Because we expect y'all to run the country like it should be ran fairly. But if you can't answer simple questions like that and you freezing out, zoning out, and you have to get medical attention, it's time for you to go.
Right.
At some point, somebody has to stand up and say, hey, listen, we got to figure this thing out. No matter if you're Democrat, Republican, Independent, it's going to affect us all no matter if you support it or you against it.
Right. Right.
So either we figure it out or this country is going to go into more hell than it's already in.
I do feel like we are the laughing stock right now.
Man, come on, man. People say we are the greatest country. Where?
What, bro? When?
Like, I love this country to death, but show me where. When?
When you got countries that have less than us making fun of us,
bro,
it's wild.
You got countries that have a lot less than us that give free education, free health care, and we better than they are? Come on, man.
No,
I know people with medical conditions that can go to Mexico, get the medication they need for a fraction of the cost, but can't bring it back over the borders because the government say no. But the same medicine they could get in Mexico for cheaper, we selling it thousands of dollars. Insurance don't want to pay for it. Where's the great in that? We release a medicine that, if you listen to the commercial, say can cause death. Why do I want that? I'd rather just keep what I got and take my chances with it.
Right.
I mean, come on, what are we doing here? Really?
Dude, to be honest with you, bro, we thought the Hillary and Donald was bad. I don't think, now granted, I don't think the Hillary and Donald election is bad as the Kamala and Trump, because we're talking about the whole conspiracy rabbit hole of the Clinton family itself.
Mm-hmm.
But I just need a little bit more from Kamala, because to be honest with you, right now my mind is made up that I don't plan on voting for the presidential election.
And if you really think about November, that's 2 months.
Yeah. 2
months.
I definitely cannot vote for him for some character reasons.
Right.
I'm not going to get deep into it because I haven't really looked at and deep search all the allegation and what's been proven from what he did. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to get into that. but I know for moral and character reasons I cannot vote for him.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, from what I've been seeing from Kamala, I'm getting tired of the as my good friend such and such say, or as my friend such and such say, or like, well, for an example, I use that. I use this when she was at Atlanta, when she was like my good friend Quavo say,
Like,
can he walk it like he talk it?
I know what she's trying to do. She's trying to get young votes,
and
which is why she brought Meg out, which is why she's using all these rap references. It's like, do what you do. Do what you're supposed to do. If they vote for you, they vote for you. But that right there, because now that I'm older, it's like, what are you doing?
especially when we go back to when she was in an interview a little while ago, and they was talking about, I want to say they was talking about how the black voters looking out for the black people. She was like, I gotta look out for everybody. I can't just look out for them. Y'all expect me to look out for just them? No, I look out for everybody. So that kind of lets you know that no. And granted, I may seem like a coon for what I'm about to say or whatever, but I'm not expecting any type of special treatment. I'm not. Just give me from from A to Z of race equality. Let it just be fairness.
Yeah, across the board.
Yeah, like
I'm like, because for the next 4 years, no matter who get in there, whatever policies they sign off of or pass, it's gonna affect everybody. Again, like I said, whether you support it or not, it's still gonna affect you.
right.
So stand on the hill and die on it.
Right.
It's that simple.
And I do agree. I do agree. I second that. Is everybody's gonna be affected, whether white or black or whatever, but make sure there are some policy. I mean, because people gonna judge you regardless.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think policies is what, of course, what you will even agree if you're not already said. Policies and stuff is what matters. Like, look out for all of us. Make sure there's a equality across the board.
Right,
like,
and like, I know I forget when, but Louisiana came out with a set of rules. I want to say it was either last month or early part of this month that affects everybody, and everybody should read up on it. Just when you got time, look at the new policies that they
definitely. Because I haven't really got into the new policies yet. I know I just been stuck on the 10 Commandments thing.
Like, the older I get, the more I get into it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's sooner or later it's just gonna be us.
Yeah, right. Matter of fact, hey, I like to give a shout out to one of my coworkers, Brandon Mahaffey. I've been talking to him about, because he do of course, like he told me, he's not an expert research on politics. He's still getting into it, but I have it written down somewhere over there by my desk. He's have showed me, that's if I ain't lost it, he have been giving me like different places to go to where it's just non-biased political views, like explaining different things without have you try to think left or right. It's clear, cut, and dry what this is about, and I appreciate him for that. But this is gonna be a heck of a fall season.
Man, listen, if we can't have like, you could be blue, you could be red, you could be in the middle. If we can't have a conversation without all the yelling and screaming, I'd rather not have one. Because the moment you start raising your voice, thinking you about to come over here and do something, we're going to have a problem.
Matter of fact, I did see that, was it September the 20th they doing the presidential debate? They agreed on it?
Yeah.
I hope it is a actual debate and we're not doing the freaking back and forth to the name calling.
Man, right, like, come on, man.
Like,
how old are y'all?
Right.
Like, you supposed to be up here talking about what you're going to do if you win talking about the policies you have in mind and how you're going to help this country in the next 4 years. But you up there, well, she did this back then. Well, he did this back then. Who cares? 4 years is what you're supposed to be looking forward to.
Right.
Not what they did 10, 20 years ago. I don't care. How is that going to help me 4 years from now?
Right.
Like, come on, man. It's down to us pretty much because our parents done lived their lives.
Yeah.
So it's on us.
Hey, that sounds depressing.
Nah, I'm just being real. Our parents lived their lives. Like, it's on us now. It really is on us.
Dog, I do see what you're saying, but it just sounds like I'm about to just see my parents give up their last breath.
No,
like, they didn't live their life. Like,
it's not that, but it's like if something happens, it's not going to affect them the way it's going to affect us.
Right. You know what? And going on with what you said, there was older guys that's trying or about to retire at my job, and they're like, bro, y'all have to, of course they don't say bro, but they're like, hey man, y'all have to understand that there's stuff that's about to happen. It won't affect me. It's going to affect you,
exactly,
and your grandkids, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, and Pop's been telling me this for as long as I remember, and I'm just now understanding what he's saying. Pop's can retire right now and be okay. I still got to work the next 30 years.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So these policies and the people that's going to be working in certain spots of the government is really going to affect us in a way that, okay, I might have to adjust this. All right, I might have to stop doing this.
Right.
Because financially, I might not be able to afford it.
Right. And unfortunately, and hopefully, and hoping that, you know, everything works out for us as well. Because, you know, as the older folks, I've been hearing them just like kind of mess with us. They're like, hey, I won't be surprised if y'all won't get Social Security till y'all like 75 or, you know what I'm saying? Something like just throwing out little stuff.
I forget if she's still in the race or she backed out. It was a woman trying to up the retirement age. I forget what it is now. I know at 62 you can start drawing. But she wanted to up it. And the person said, why? She couldn't give an answer. All she kept saying is, well, they living longer. He said that's not an answer. Why would you want to raise it? What do you gain or what do we gain from working that much? And she couldn't give an answer.
Using the excuse of living longer is wild.
Man, that's what I'm saying. Like, why do I want to work myself to death? Because I've seen people do that. Literally.
Yeah.
I want to enjoy some part of my life. I don't want to work forever. I
don't like working now.
Me either. But I like things. And I have a wife.
Let me tell you something. And I'm just going on with the conversation. Don't know how. I don't know who does this. I don't know who exercise these type of bills and all that and stuff like that. But there's a couple things I want to get rid of. I want to get rid of shift work. I hate shift work, bro. I hate shift work.
Actually, I want to get on what California trying to get on. They trying to pass a 4-day week where you work 4 days. I'm trying to get on that. Now, there's some companies that do it, but overall, the average work week is 5 days. They want to do 4 days.
It sounds good until you hear about the cost of living and stuff. But, you know what I'm saying? That's where the big money's at. I get there, like Hollywood and all that. But I know another thing they should do. They should stop taxing overtime.
Stop taxing overtime. Stop taxing bonuses.
And stop taxing my freaking vacations.
Exactly.
Bro.
How many times you going to tax me?
Bro, I hate because I have this thing, and this happened like my first and second year at the job that I've been on. When I broke my foot and I had a week of vacation, and that's when I was only eligible for a week of vacation. I used that week of vacation. I went back to about another month, I believe, to work. And so ever since that happened, I always prepare for the worst. So now I've been there for 11 years. I got 3 weeks of vacation and 36 hour floaters. two 12s and 8. That's 32. 24, 8. Yeah, 32.
Look at that. I got a nervous head. Yeah, I wasn't gonna say that.
But so I still got like two 12s and 8 and 3 weeks of vacation. I hold them all for the whole year because I never know what's going on.
Right.
And of course, like if there's a special occasion or something, like for example, a special thing for our church, I'm supposed to work, but I plan on taking off for that.
Yeah.
So I hate where I know at the company that we work for, you have if you ain't used up the rest of your vacation for the second week of December, they're gonna go ahead and give you a lump sum of your vacation check.
I don't want that.
Only reason I don't like that is because they tax it.
Yeah,
don't tax it. I worked hard to get that vacation.
Yeah, like if you're gonna do it like that, just write me a check. Write me a check.
And I hate that they tax it because they're talking about, we gotta close the books. Close the books without taxing my stuff.
Yeah, just write us a check or print us out a check without it being hit.
Right,
don't add it to my check.
And that's what they'll do. Add it to your check.
I don't want to add it to that because then all that money gonna get taxed, and what you were supposed to get, you're not gonna see. Well, we paid you that, but they took out $1,000.
Bro, let me tell you something. Like, there was one time where I set up supervisor for do some training. I worked a lot of overtime that week. A lot of overtime. Just filling in and just staying over. And, bro, they taxed me out of the check. They taxed me about, I think my wife said about $1,700.
Oh, yeah. I got hit like that when I first started working at the sand plant. We get paid bi-weekly, which I hate. But anyways, we get paid bi-weekly. So on that check, I had 187 hours. I got taxed $2,000. 2 stacks, bro. I looked at that. 2 stacks.
And bro, thank God you ain't got a bitter relationship where you had to pay child support.
Man,
you hit.
Man,
you hit.
It's a dude out there. He upset every time he get paid. He on back child support. I said, bro, what happened? He said, man, I started 2 new jobs before this one. They never took nothing out. I said, oh, that's your fault. You should have set that up. So you can't be a fool like that. So if I was on that, I'm making sure everything in order. Hey, look, I'm on child support. I need this out. He on back child support. I said, how long you work? He said, one job he worked at for a year. The other job he worked for 2 years. I said, oh, so you knew they wasn't taking nothing out. 3 years he ain't paid.
I don't know what I'll do, because I know in the career that I'm trying to pursue, they majority of the times, unless you contract yourself out, if you work for somebody, you will get paid bi-weekly. I don't know if I can do bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly is hard because this is the first job I had where I got paid bi-weekly.
Oh my God.
So first week we worked, of course they paid us. They were like, look, we're gonna pay y'all for the week. That way y'all can start y'all bi-weekly. Let's say y'all been paying it, don't stop weekly. So we had a vote. And he was like, all right, I'm gonna take it to upper management. Upper management was like, if we pay y'all weekly, we gotta do that to the entire company. Well, do it. Do it. I said, how often y'all get paid? Well, we get paid salary. I didn't ask that. I said, how often y'all get paid? Weekly. How y'all get paid weekly?
And we get paid
but
bi-weekly.
But want hourly to get paid bi-weekly.
That's crazy.
That don't make no sense.
That's crazy. And then what makes it bad is just how much of a burden that it is. Not like, man, it's just the fact that like you have your bills certain way because you get paid weekly. Yeah, and then you have to. Oh my God!
I had all my stuff set up when I used to work out there, where all right, I get paid weekly, so I can pay this one this day, push this one off a little bit, and I can pay all of this.
Right
now, it is. I'm like, oof, I can pay this one. Can't pay this one next week because I don't get paid. Got to pay it The other, and yeah, it's terrible. I hate it. Whoever came up with bi-weekly is a cheap. It was cheap and didn't want to pay their workers. I hate it. Then one dude said, "Man, I get paid monthly. You a fool? I would have never took it. I would never take a job where you get paid monthly.
Going a whole month,
Bruh, that's 30 days, 31 days, depending on what you lucky. Look, I know
that's wild.
I know they be praying for February to come around.
Yeah,
I know they be.
That's the only time they pray for it.
Yeah, I know they pray for February to come around. Man, hurry up with them 28 days.
Have there been a time where, let's say, I'm gonna use myself for this. I'm gonna expose myself on this one because I enjoy my job. Of course, I've been there for 11 years. I think, it's a good job. To be honest, it's one of the best jobs around this area. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to school because there's another avenue I want to basically end my life with, another different career, and I don't see myself wearing a hard hat in the industrial field till I'm 60-something years old.
Me either.
That's just not for me. Have there been a time where it's like it's a do or die? Like if you don't like this whatever this career field that you're trying to pursue, it's like if this don't work out, it's like my life is meaningless.
I'm not gonna say it's meaningless, but I'm gonna say what I'm doing now is not what I want to continue to do, which is why I went to school in the first place.
Yeah.
But where I'm at now financially, I know if I go into the field I went to the school for, it's gonna be a huge pay cut, like tremendous, which is why I really ain't jump on board with it.
Yeah.
But I'm not getting no younger, so I need to go ahead and do what I need to do to do that.
But would you be, of course, I'm not really trying to say that money is happiness, but even though you would took a pay cut, will it balance out like your happiness as far as your career?
Absolutely.
Or? Okay.
Absolutely, because one, I'll be working for the state on what I'll be doing.
Okay.
I'll be working for the state, so the retirement great, insurance great. And I know the money will come because I already talked to who I needed to talk to. It will come, but I got to put in the work. I've been with this company I'm with now going February, make 3 years. I'm already in the 30s on pay-wise. How many people moved up that quick? See what I'm saying? So it's like I put the
Stop
work.
pocket watching.
Yeah.
I know y'all pocket watching.
Exactly.
Stop pocket watching.
What's the exact number? Don't worry about
We
it.
young and we getting it.
But it's like it's to the point where it's like, all right, I'm good now, but I'm not happy. I'll be happy, but financially wise, I gotta set some stuff. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But again, I need to just go ahead and do what I need to do and just do it.
That's what it is for me right now. Cause there are certain subjects. There's a subject that I struggle with, and I've been struggling with for times now. And like I told my wife today, cause school started for me, and I was like, dog, I said, the pressing thing is, I said, if I don't make it, if I don't, you know what I'm saying, if I don't do good, I feel like this is it for me, like as far as career, because I'm banking on this. Mm-hmm. But then the bad part about it, I think I will have like a type of inner depression for if I don't make it. But then on another flip side, it's like the job that I have, I hate that it's just so secure. Because it makes you just want to be lazy where you don't want to pursue nothing, because it's like, where else would I find this money? Because I'm more of a homebody. Like, I got majority of my family here. Yep. I'm at the age where, I'm freaking like 36. So I'm like, I felt like if I wanted to move and do anything else, I should have did that at my earlier age. And then the age that I am now, I will be getting ready and have myself established already when I'm moving back here and enjoy the remainder of my life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I don't want to stay here.
Yeah.
No more. Me and Ryan done made it public. We want to move out.
Yeah.
Which is why I really ain't jump on the gun on the career
The career.
I'm trying to take.
Yeah.
But it's like either I do it now or I never do it.
Right.
Because February I'll be 33. So it's like, you have the opportunity, just do it.
Yeah.
Because like you said, as far as school goes, it was a point where I just wanted to stop completely. I didn't want to go anymore, which I was doing online classes, so it was on you to sign in, do your courses. You ain't have a professor hitting you upside the head saying, hey, you need to do this. You did it or you didn't. So
I think the crazy thing about it, the discouraging thing about school for me is the fact that it's almost how I described earlier. Like, I need to stop taking people for their words, because you have instructors that be like, this is this is that, this is a study guide, this is that. You study the study guide, you got all your notes, and majority of the occasions is, since majority of my classes don't have textbooks, we have lectures and notes where, all right, they'll be like, hey, y'all can use this on y'all test. Then when you get into the test, it's like, this ain't nowhere near part of the study guide.
Yeah, like,
and
where did this come from? Well, you should have read chapter so and so, but you told us to read these chapters. Why would I go somewhere else?
It's so draining, because of the fact it's like, you always, and as growing up, it's always, your parents tell you need to make sure you prepare. You need to prepare. That's your fault. You should have prepared. But then when you get older and you realize, I prepared the best I could, and I prepared the best that I feel like I could have done according to what the instructor told me.
In the time frame that I had. Yeah. Because not only that, I have a life where I got to work too. So I'm not able to study like I should, especially if I'm on nights.
God forbid if you ain't got overtime.
Man, look, then you trying to get some studying in. They calling you on the radio. Something happens. You got to go in the field. Then you like, man, I don't know if I'm going to pass this test or not. I had a professor say, I don't care if y'all pass or not. I got paid for this year. I want to drop your class. Well, Mr. How you can't drop his class because you already locked in. I said it's week 1. I'm locked in already.
Yeah.
Hated his class.
I think far as like school wise, I do think that if you have us do a survey, take our survey serious. Mm-hmm. Because during this survey, and I'm an online student, you was an online student. Yeah. During this survey, this is the only thing that we can rely on as a cry for help. Like, these teachers or some of these instructors are not teachers to our best wishes. Mm-hmm. You hear this? I want y'all to, dog. Let me tell you something. So my first time I took A&P, anatomy, I took anatomy and physiology lecture and lab. I had 2 different instructors. One dude, he gave us the material, but it was like every time where I got done with my test, I looked at my wife like crazy. Like, she like, what's wrong? I said, none of this is on what he sent me. Like, none of this was on this test, was on the study guide and notes that he sent me. So I sent him an email. I'm like, hey, Dr. So-and-so, hey, is there something else that you can help me with? Like, so I can have better study habits, or is there something that I'm missing? He was like, it was just a jerk. He was like, oh, no, this is what I got. Good luck, basically. So then I took it upon myself to, when I was in rehab for my knee after that surgery, talking to a young lady that finished with a PTA degree, and she was telling me about going to rate my professor. So I went to rate my professor, and I'm happy I went to rate my professor before I have my judgment about this professor. So when I read the rate my professor, all his ratings and what everybody thought about him, I was like, so I wasn't tripping. This is how he really is. he likes to undermine his students. He likes to show that he's smarter. He like if you try to correct him and say what he did was wrong, he will bash you.
Yeah.
And just I was like, and I had to drop, and I dropped this class. I had to drop it.
Man, I had one. You can they would send you the email, or you can call. Never respond to my emails. Never respond to my calls. So I hit up my student advisor, and she said, yeah, we always have this issue with him. Then why is he still teaching?
My student advisor still ain't returned my emails and phone calls since in the end of spring.
Bro, I had a student advisor. She was on top of her game.
Really?
She had sent me an email. Hey, when is a good time to call? I sent her a time. Not a minute later. How class going? She ended up getting one professor right. Because I was like, man, listen. I sent all my emails to him. I sent her the call logs of me trying to reach out. She said, give me an hour. Hour later, his name popped up on my phone. And said, oh, you can answer now. You can call now. Well, I've been busy. I said, I said, you talked to my student advisor? Yeah, she called me. Yeah, that's the only reason you called me. I said, don't lie and say you busy.
Yeah.
The same way you answered for her, you could have answered for me.
Matter of fact, while we're on this, I want to tell you, and then we're gonna finish out. We're gonna wrap this episode up.
Yeah.
Maybe a day or so, me and my wife was talking about trade. We looked at a clip. Dr. Umar was talking about how we should influence the younger generations to pick up a trade. You know what I'm saying? Forget the educational system. And just want to know what do you think about that?
Smart.
Okay. So I agree.
Smart. Like, yeah, back 20, 30 years ago, going to college, getting an education was the thing. It's people with a college education that's on the streets. People with a trade skill in a house.
For a prime example of what you just said, I didn't mean to cut you off. We get paid right now more than people who have a college degree. And I feel stupid.
Man.
And another, in the back of my mind, I feel stupid for still trying to pursue what I want to pursue, knowing that without a degree, I get paid almost $20,000 more a year than what I do if I would do my dream job.
Same with me.
That's crazy.
Same with me. Like, starting out, again, like I said, it's going to be a pay cut. And I told him, the person that I talked to, how much I was making, and he looked at me like, why? Why do you want to come here? Stay where you were at. And he was he said, I don't want to make this decision for you.
Yeah.
But he was like, seem like you're a lot better off financially. And I was like, in a way, yeah. He was like, don't come here. But he said, if you really want to pursue it, move out of Louisiana. And he said, you'll really make some money.
And oh man, see, I'm not, I hate that us being in Louisiana, even certain jobs that we want to go for, we have to move out of state.
Move out of state.
To get the type of pay. Yep. And granted, it may be different. It may offset because of cost of living. Mm-hmm. But it's the fact that we have to move out of state to feel like we're getting what we went to school and what we feel like we're worth.
My student advisor told me to go to Houston. What she said, you want to make some real money, go to Houston.
Yeah.
She said, starting off, you would make between 65 and 70,000. Starting off, and she said, put in the work, you can go up to 100,000. And she said, if you stay a lot longer, you go up to 150. I was like, good, great. She said, Louisiana, you ain't gonna make a dime. And that's sad to say, bro. Sad to say. She not even from here, but she looking at what it is. And she telling me to go somewhere else. And the dude I talked to told me to go somewhere else. So
that's crazy.
Louisiana, y'all sad, boy.
Y'all down bad.
Y'all crooked now.
And the crazy thing about it, I've been raised here, so it's like I want to say we down bad, but it's like, no, I ain't taking that for y'all. No, y'all down bad.
No, and look, man, I wasn't born here. I was brought here because Pops was in the military.
What type of new age slavery is this?
Pops was in the military, so We just stayed here. I wish I can go back home, but I know nothing about it.
I was trafficking here.
Was.
Never mind. I can't say that. I can't say that.
Hey, I don't condone what he says.
That's not funny. I can't laugh. That's not funny.
Yeah. But yeah, man. How long we been on?
I don't know.
Too long.
The thing is over there.
Because it's 7:30.
Okay, but with that being said, I do think we should have free education.
Free healthcare.
Really?
Free healthcare.
Now, okay.
Free healthcare.
I'm not trying to prolong this doggone podcast.
But don't prolong it.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. I wouldn't mind substitute, either or. I wouldn't mind having free education for no free healthcare.
I would prefer free healthcare.
For real?
It's some people that got insurance and their insurance don't cover what they have.
Right. Okay. All right. That was it for you?
Yep.
All right. Shout out to all our YouTube watchers and listeners, Spotify, Apple Podcast. We appreciate everything. We appreciate y'all just like being patient with us with our inconsistent uploads and all that. We will be better. But for right now, so long, farewell. We appreciate everybody, and we are out of this son of a gun. Peace.